Religious symbols. We see the cross around here quite a bit. Pretty much nothing but that. In fact, if you are looking for restrooms that are publicly available, you are more than likely going to find more churches than public restrooms that are available in our area.
Churches, banks, pharmacies.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Fast food probably has the monopoly on most places. Damn, McDonald's and Subway are everywhere. Everywhere.
Taco Bell, too.
Taco Bell gets a pass. It might as well be a religious symbol as far as I'm concerned. Salmonella has a video that we haven't watched yet called Where Religious Symbols Came From. And I'm interested to see what he has to say because there's plenty that I have a lot of knowledge about Christianity. When it comes to other religions, it's kind of dicey for me. So I don't really know. And obviously, as we know through Christianity, there are different denominations and a bunch of different ways to say that you're a fan of Jesus.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of weird because and it's not like for me, whenever I went to church, it's not like, okay, let's break down the different types of churches so you know kind of which one you fit in. You just went to the one you went to. Yeah. And that was it for me, at least.
Well, most people, their parents are like, this is what the truth is, and you're indoctrinated as soon as you can form syllables. But there are many different religions in the world, and I am interested to see about the symbols, where they come from, and Salmonella's explanation of that.
All right.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's check it out.
Hey kids, it's That Happened Thursday. So today I'll discuss where different religious symbols come from. First up is Christianity. As most of you know, Jesus of Nazareth was crucified despite being supposedly sinless. So the cross is representative of his martyrdom. Personally, I always thought choosing the cross of all things to signify the whole religion was at least a little silly. Right, my prophet? He was a great dude, spread peace and love all along the land, performed many bountiful miracles, and then right at the end, he fell face first into a fucking bear trap and died.
So that's just the bear trap?
That's our symbol, whole religion.
The bear trap.
Peace, love, compassion, and bear
trap.
Next up is the Jewish Star of David. It's been used now and then since the 11th century, but it only really got popular around the 1800s. There's no real special meaning behind it. They really just took a random symbol that was kind of around called the hexagram and made it their own. Bro, check out my new religious symbol.
I'm pausing this to say there's a story that I need to talk about at the end of this related to the Star of David.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you didn't come up with that. Pretty sure that's a thing elementary schoolers do in their notebook when they're bored. Nah, man, not once it gets popular. Then everybody will think of my religion when they see it. Whatever floats your boat. Jimmy, what is this in your notebook? Oh, it's just a little doodle. Jimmy, listen to me. We are Catholics. Now get over here and erase this blasphemy. But Mom, Now! Next is Islam. So, the star and crescent actually used to represent the Ottoman Empire, which ruled over most of the Islamic world during the 1800s. However, the empire dissolved after World War I, and its symbol was later adopted to represent Islam as a whole around the 1970s. Hey Rob, guess what? I'm starting a new baseball team. Isn't that the Chicago Cubs logo? Oh please, they're barely even a team. When's the last time they did anything? Nobody's using this symbol because nobody wants to buy their merchandise. Perfectly good logo. I'm taking it for my team. Couldn't that lead to a bit of confusion? Only because they'll see a guy in a Cubs jersey who can actually catch a pop fly. Next up is Taoism. Alright, so the yin-yang, or as they call it, the Taijitu, actually applies to a lot of Asian religions. Just the Taoists use it as their primary symbol today. It originated in China, dating back to the 11th century AD. Although it's had a lot of different looks over the years, it's always represented the same idea of balance between contrasting forces in the world. Okay, Carl, balance of good and evil. Let's see your design. Not bad, not bad. Alright, what about you, Steve? What the hell is that? Oh, well, you said balance between good and bad in the world, so I drew a grilled cheese sandwich shaking hands with a razor blade covered dildo. What? Okay, all other questions aside, why is a grilled cheese the best thing you could think of? Have you ever had a grilled cheese? like a real one with butter just smeared all over
Oh
it.
my
Crust
god.
nice and crispy. Sprinkle some onions in
I
there. Get
agree.
out. Okay, so you know how when people are meditating in movies, they do that obnoxious Om thing? Well, apparently, Om is actually the name of the popular Hindu
Oh my
symbol.
God.
And repeating its name aloud is said to be a sacred incantation, which is why it's said during things like rituals or yoga. The actual meaning behind the symbol is said to represent a
The
load
The
of
McRib is back!
you ask her when. Basically, whatever
Wipe
your
with your
purpose
left
is, it's a
hand so you can eat
one-size-fits-all
with your
prayer.
right.
Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty. Ah, this is taking forever. No, you know what? I'm gonna make my own religion, yeah. And our prayers, one syllable long. We're just gonna go ood whenever we feel like praying. That's it. Dinner table, ood. But how will you get any meaning out of that? It's my own word. I can
just
give it
know
whatever meaning I want. So I'll just give it all the meanings. It'll mean the soul. It'll mean the universe. It'll mean I don't have to recite any more long-winded bullshit. Anyway, pass the corn. So unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. At some point, I'll do a second video covering some of the more obscure religious symbols.
The
Until
apple
tomorrow,
symbol.
I'm
Did you
Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
Oh my god, a razor blade covered dildo.
I mean, like, I don't disagree. And also, grilled cheese is arguably the best thing.
Dude,
But-
Nikki has been pissed off at me
Oh my God,
and sick or just on the rag and grumpy or whatever. And I'll be like, do you want me to make you some soup and a grilled cheese? And she'll be like,
Yeah.
no, she'll be like, it helps.
And then I eat it and I'm like, oh. But
And
you
then-
have to make it the right way. You have cheated so many times and just got 2 pieces of bread, stuck some cheese on there and throw it in the air fryer. I'm like, no, you gotta butter it. You gotta like put it on the pan and get it all crispy. I made you a sandwich the other day. Did you not say, man, this is the best goddamn sandwich I've
No,
had?
I didn't. It was horrible.
Don't you even.
Yeah, it was a
So-
really good sandwich.
The story that I was going to tell, like, doesn't sit right with me saying it out loud, but it's not me that did this.
Okay.
Okay? I don't remember what, like, project we were going over, but I remember in, I want to say English, we had to go to, like, the computer lab, and we all had to do, like, a PowerPoint presentation. But back then, they had, like, blocks on every, like, internet website that you could think of. And you could only go to, like, 3 fucking websites
Yeah.
to get through to anything.
Unless you knew what you were doing.
And I didn't. And so this one girl is, like, getting all pissed off. And she's like, I can't find anything. Like, nothing is popping up. And the teacher was like, well, what are you, like, trying to, like, Google? Like, what, or Yahoo probably back then. I was like, what are you trying to Yahoo? And she was like, the Jew star. And everybody, like, just kind of, like, froze and was like, the what? And she said it again, and we were like, you are a fucking idiot, dude. The Star of David? And she was like, oh.
I mean,
I
it is
didn't
the star for Jews.
But, like, to just call it that, we were just like, no wonder nothing is popping up for you, you know? But
Yeah.
I was just like,
Dude,
Wow.
I
wow.
have a story from like middle school. I was in the computer lab and I looked up anarchy.com and I got suspended. They said that I was looking into like terrorist organizations or like trying to join a terrorist organization because I had an
Inciting
anarchy
violence.
symbol like carved into the front of my notebook because I was fucking rad. You know, this was like
you know, you
2003.
need to tell the story about a certain T-shirt that you wore to school.
Oh
You've
my
told
god!
It once before.
Well, this has nothing to do with that. But I was in high school, and my high school principal, who by the way had a master's degree in education.
It's terrifying. It's so terrifying.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
From a decent college too, not like a
Okay.
shitty one.
Okay.
Was bothered and had to take me. Well, he wasn't bothered. He was just keeping the teachers happy and making sure that that there were standards to the school.
Sure.
And I had a Sex Pistols Anarchy in the USA tour T-shirt on,
And it didn't say.
It didn't say anything. All it had was like the picture of the queen with like the stuff over her eyes and like her face over the flag and all this shit. And then it had tour dates on the back. It was a remake of a tour shirt from like
sex
1978 or whatever.
You can't have that.
No, it wasn't about the Sex Pistols because that's a part of a flower. They were mad because they thought that the Union Jack was a rebel flag. And I am like completely understanding that I'm going to the office for a Sex Pistols shirt. I was like, fine. That to me was understandable. But when he started being like, you can't wear rebel flags at school, and now mind you, I'm obviously from the South, and the rebel flag thing was...
A lot of people used to wear shit like that.
I mean, they couldn't at our school, but it was a thing that people would get in trouble for regularly. This wasn't an out of the ordinary. But I wasn't wearing a rebel flag.
And you wouldn't.
And I wouldn't wear a rebel flag. I was like, you know, being into punk rock, and I was just wearing a Sex Pistols shirt because fucking why not? And so he was like, now listen, you know, I get it, I understand and all that, but we can't be wearing rebel flags at school. And I was just like, what? He was like, no, you know, right there on the front of your t-shirt, and you knew somebody was going to notice, and you just can't wear the rebel flag at school. And I was just like, dude, this is not a rebel flag. This is a British band. This is like, they're from the UK, you know, like Anarchy in the UK was changed to USA because it was for their tour. It was like a thing. Like, this was the principle.
I thought it was teacher.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just sitting here like, you've got to be fucking
and you're like,
kidding
what,
me.
15, 16, like...
Yeah. And I was like, I pled my case once, and then he didn't get it, and he kept being like, no, listen, I get it, I know, you're just trying to express yourself and all that, it's fine by me, but the rules are the rules, and in this school, we follow the rules. And I was like, yeah, do you have a problem with the British? Is there a problem with the United Kingdom that I don't know about, like in 2003? Like, we're literally in Iraq with them motherfuckers right now helping us out. And he was just like, no, we can't be wearing a rebel flag at school. So I just gave up. I was like, you know what, dude? You're right. What was I thinking? Like, I just, you know, I'll flip it inside out or whatever you want me to do. I had to, like, get a new shirt brought to me. And at the time, my dad was in Iraq, and I was staying with my minister and his family. And I got another shirt brought to me. And when they brought the shirt, I was going to be like, I was like, you will not guess why I'm having to change this shirt out.
Because he bought it for you.
Yeah. Well, it turned out to be this hysterical thing. Like, we thought it was everybody thought it was hilarious.
It is hilarious, but it's very sad.
But it was sad, yeah.
But, you know.
But anyway, symbols, they can mean all kinds of things. I found out from a Mongolian metal band, actually. Say hi, Sushi. He hadn't appeared in this video yet, so he's got to make an appearance. There's a Mongolian metal band called The Who, and
it's like HU.
HU, and they got flack because there was a swastika in one of their music videos. Well, stop, Sushi. Come on now. In Mongolia, the swastika is a symbol that has been used forever, way before the Nazis, and it's in Indian culture and other cultures. And of course the Nazis, as they do, they stole that. So there you go. Salmonella letting us know about the reason why the
you can't say that too fast. Salmonella.
Well, letting us know about the
can we not just do that? Like, whenever someone's like, okay, let's pray, and like you're in like a southern event. I mean it does just.
Now, there are some people, it depends on...
And on.
There's actually a video...
Where they're doing it at the same time?
No, where it's like Thanksgiving or something, and somebody's uncle shows up drunk, and they let him pray.
Oh, God, I need to watch that.
And it was like, tell me why Granny let my damn drunk uncle do the prayer. And he's like...
Oh, my God.
Crying and just... Oh, everybody together. It's like this motherfucker's been doing this for 5 minutes.
There was a video, I think it's on one of the TikToks on my channel, where there were actually two old women who couldn't hear,
Uh-huh.
and they were both doing it at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And then one lady like got done and was like, "Why is everybody still bowing their head like it's
Yeah.
time to eat?" And like that other lady was still
Still
going.
in it. Yeah. So funny. Thank you guys for hanging out for this reaction, and we will see you in
See
the
you
next
guys.
one.
Bye.
Bye.